I am okay. Hopefully, I don't. This is the area where I don't know why they need to put a daggone like. So where we can have some internet connections. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that I saw that was very interesting. It was a man. I think his podcast is called Legion of Men, and they were talking, and he was basically ranting about, feminism. Feminist is the reason why things are the way it is, and women think that they're this and they think that they're that, and women and women and women and women. And I was just like, okay. And I'm just listening to some of the stuff that he was saying. And it's amazing how everybody likes to point the finger at feminists. And I'm like, what the hell? Excuse my what the heck do they have to do with how you treated your wife, what type of women you are attracted to? That see, there's something got to be at some point of time. Well, no, because I honestly see the change in the atmosphere. And one thing I will say that this guy was correct about was like the music. Um, the scenes they were talking about how the club scenes have changed. People don't dance anymore. They like to be on their phones. Well, that's technology for you. Technology has been pushed. And the Bible says in the last days, men should be lovers of themselves. That's why you see so many people taking selfies of them all the time. Is school out today? Because I haven't seen. No, school isn't out. I saw those teenagers waiting at the bus this morning. You see a lot of folks taking selfies and doing lipstick and glams and like everybody is majority of the folks are like lovers of themselves. They really are. But that's the society that we're in. But when we start blaming feminists, the reason for the downfall of men in relationships, and how men be like, I'm looking for a traditional woman. I want a traditional woman that's going to understand that I am the man and she needs to submit and she needs to do and she did. Look, if you're looking for a traditional woman, you got to be a traditional man. Okay. And traditional men, if we're talking about the traditional men back in the day, traditional men, they were married. Okay. They didn't have 5 divorces and 20 million kids. They didn't have that. And so, again, when I see podcasts or see videos of men that like to go on women, they'd be like, she got like 5 kids and she this, that, and the third. Okay, if she got 5 kids from 5 different baby daddies, that means that there's 5 men out here that ain't really taking care of their kids. So make it make sense, okay? The only men that I feel like that are fit to teach any man to be a man is a man who's taking care of business, taking care of house and home, wife and children, never divorced, one time married. Let me drop the mic. The rest of y'all out there that's sitting up here trying to play whatever, and you are so upset because your wife did this and you did that, don't blame it on feminism. I don't look again. I growing up, I never looked at feminism or looked at somebody that says I'm a feminist. I never looked up to somebody like that. I didn't ask to be in the working field. I grew up off of this notion of this Cinderella type of deal that I'm going to find my Prince Charming. Me and him, we gonna have we gonna get married. We gonna have some babies, a house, a picket fence, and be in love forever. That's what I grew up off of watching. Cinderella. Like one day my prince will come. And when I was younger, and I dated. When I say younger, in my 20s, I dated off of the tense or pretext that I wanted to be married. I wanted to be a wife. I wanted to give the man that I love babies, children. Okay. But just like a lot of folks, I didn't get the deck of cards. Okay, I didn't get the deck of. I got somebody that jumped ship on the girl. But hey, it is what it is. It happens. I'm not the only woman that her husband ran off into the mist, and it's a lot of men out there, their wives ran off into the mist. Now, to sit up here and blame it on the reason why men can't seem to find someone, and the crazy part about it, the ones that be talking a lot of the smack be the ones in their 30s and their 40s. And then y'all be the same one with the podcast talking about you women in your 30s and your 40s. You're you're no you're no good anymore. I be looking at the comments and they be like, "Oh girl, I don't even feel." I be looking at the comments. Comments are a mess. Comments be like, I don't even feel bad for old girl." And then when they were talking about women may be drafted into the war, now you women want to know what a man is. Wait a minute, like what type of women are y'all talking about here? I've been knew what a man was. I ain't never said I could beat a man. I'll be crazy as hell to say I can beat a man. Like I, I never said I could be one. Can't be one. I know I can't beat one, and I respect men. So, like, what type of women are y'all talking about? And I know the majority of the women that I know, they respect men. We know the difference is that what I have seen. Maybe you're looking at the looking through a different lens, because the lens that I've been looking through, a lot of these dudes out here think they women. They think they women. You know how many times I have just strolled and I'm just chilling and relaxing and looking at oh crap, looking at certain things on YouTube, and then I'm sitting here looking at this dude putting on lipstick and lashes. I never thought in a day in my life I would see that. Nobody's blaming that on feminists. You know, like again, I don't know what the feminist crew is up to. I could care less. But what I do know, what I've been having to do is I have to take care of my family. Did I ever ask to say, you know what, grow up and be a single mother? No. And none of the women that I ever knew said that, oh yeah, I plan to have his child and later be a single mother to have to go through the struggles of doing things on her own. Nobody, who the hell, who the hell is signing up for this? Nobody. So I know y'all want to name. I know y'all want to point the blame on feminists. The reason why women are this and women are that. No, we got sometimes men as a whole. You got to literally take accountability for yourself and your peers too. There is a reason why all of this got out of hand. And some people be talking about that whole prenup and men having to do this and men having to do that. Back in the day, there was no such things as prenup. The husband can make all whatever amount of money he wanted to make, impregnate his wife 20 million times over, and if he decided I'm leaving, pack up the bank account and everything and left her in the wilderness with her and the children with no type of support whatsoever. You do know that there were men who did that? That's why they created laws and said, no, 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 sir. These are your children and you have to provide for them. You just can't. A lot of men got away with it too. It was just like, if you're not happy, just leave. Should be fine. I could care less if she eats or the children eats. She'll be fine. A lot of men did that. And nowadays and women too, women up and left and just say, forget that. I'm not taking care of none of these kids. I'm out. But we cannot sit up here and blame that on feminists. And again, I don't even know. Feminists need to shut the hell up too. Like, I'm not down for no females. It's just like, I can do what he can do. No, I should be able to get paid the same wages that he's getting paid if I'm doing the same job. But if he's doing a different position, then that's like apples and oranges here. Why am I crying? Because he's getting paid a certain amount. And I do believe that certain jobs are meant for men. I do believe that. You can call it what you want. Like soldiers, I believe that the men, strong men, should fight and be in war. And then I never signed up for none of that. I never said I never said that women should be um GI Janes. Hell no. Hell no. I'm no. No. I was hearing women talking about, what if I got drafted into a war? What type of water is over there? Y'all think it's a game. You have no idea what war entails. It entails horror, okay? It entails blood. It entails things that you wouldn't even dream about, you know? So I don't know why people are thinking like women, we believe that, we can take men places. We cannot. We cannot. But you can't beg a man to be there. You can beg him, but if he ain't going to do it, what the hell you going to do? You got to do it your damn self. You got to do it your damn, excuse my mouth, you got to do it your daggone self. You can't beg a man, could you please be there for us, for your family? I'm your wife. Please, please, please don't leave us. Please. Oh, I did that before. My husband still was like, deuces. You know, like what do you think a woman's going to do? A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do. She got to go out there and do it. She got to put the baby in daycare and go to the workforce. She got to make sure that she's bringing in money to provide for her child. She got to make sure that she rises above the welfare system and not be on food stamps. She got to make sure that she's doing extra to provide for her child because the daddy's not there. Let's talk about those statistics, okay? And so you got a majority of women who are in the workforce, who are single parents out here taking care of children, and majority of the women had to do it. They didn't say, "Oh, I'm just going to decide not to take care of my kid." I would much prefer to have a ran house and kept a nice, clean, tidy house and cooked meals and stuff like that for my husband and all of that. But again, if you asking for traditional men that want traditional women, you gotta be a traditional man. You can't be a single, divorced 3 times over man and you expecting a wife to submit to you and you can't even submit to God. Boy, bye. You can't even love your wife like he commanded you to. But you want somebody to make you some steaks and stuff. Some steaks, crab cakes, vegetables, nice pie on the side. Oh, I've done my wifely duties. Trust me. I've even said I wanna make myself better. I want my husband to only desire me. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna learn the best meal so I can cook for him. I'm gonna be his cheerleader when he comes home. Stop men to take advantage of that and be sick of your ass. Because if you don't love, excuse my mouth, sorry y'all, if you don't love your wife, you ain't gonna like a daggone thing that she doing. You ain't gonna like a daggone thing that she doing. She can buy you a car, buy you a house, buy you a mansion, get you everything. But if you despise your wife, you could care less of what she's doing. And then when you kick her to the curb and tell her I ain't giving you no daggone support, kick rocks. And she's like, well, what am I gonna do? And the rest of the women like, girl, you better swim. I don't know how to. Look. I will teach you how to tread water. But from there, you on your own. Now you got chicks out here like Olympic stars, like they've been out here doing it, and then you expect for them to, nah, they've been there. They've been there. A traditional man that come along, they be like, no, I got this. No, I'm handling the bills. You ain't gotta chill. A lot of these dudes, just like women, they're selfish of self. Okay. Now I'm not sitting up here saying all men are like that. I've known women to be like that too. But then you know, I guess we can blame it on ourselves because we were the ones who married these folks. But we got to remember, at the end of the day, they're only human. We can't put our trust in them. They switched up like 10 speeds. you know, they switched gears on us. You can't blame that on feminism, and feminism is the reason why you chicks are out of hand. You women are just nah, really. No, no. I have in my binoculars when I'm looking out, it's some of the men that are not feminists but just low down dogs decided not to be men, and they literally jumped ship off of, on their positions, and it made the women that they married or dated to become something that they didn't they didn't think they were going to be, you know. They didn't think they were going to be like this. I didn't look. If I could go back 20 years ago, if I can go back 20 years ago, I was 21 years old. I'll be like, look, Mona, look. I'll be like, pay attention. Look at me. It's not what you think, okay? It's not what you think. I need you to be focused, girl, because you about to go through some things. And it's not going to be because of your decisions. It's going to be the person you married, okay? So you just keep focused on God. You know, like if I can go back in time, I wouldn't one of those. I always had a discretion with myself. You know, even some of the things when I was young I would do was stupid and crazy, but I learned a lot. You know. And so one thing in the God podcast, I understood some of the things, but I'm like, hold on, y'all not gonna sit up here and lay blame to the whole feminist movement. I remember when they first started coming out with them songs going on women. She ain't got no money in the bank. She think I'm gonna buy her a drink. And then remember TLC, no, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to give you my scrubs. You know what I mean? Like they started coming out with certain things, and people started realizing, like, okay, I don't want to deal with this, or no, I'm not going to do that for her. And it created a you better get your own type of deal going on. And at one point in time, it is true, at one point in time women did not have the jobs. It was the men who had the jobs. But you think that the government really just wanted men to have the jobs? No, they need both to have the jobs. And you know why? So they can tax both of y'all, okay? So they can make money from both of y'all. All right? That's the reason some of y'all be tripping off of these women. You want food stamps. Oh, the government doing this. Trust me, the government want to make sure they feeding all 10 of them kids, because 10 of them kids going to become adults, and 10 of those adults going to be taxed for the rest of their freaking lives. So chill. Like take care of house and home. You should be the one to control the narrative of how society is by the way you treat your children and show your children how to be young men and young women when they hit that age to go out, because you were the father. Majority of you jokers left, man. Y'all jumped ship and got an audacity to sit up here and talk about the woman in her 30s and her 40s and she got kids. Okay, so who does she have kids by? Where the men at? Where the men that these babies belong to? It's another guy on here. I don't know if his name is Dyson, or whatever. He talks about financial freedom. He had the audacity to have this joker on his show. Because this joker went viral for saying, yeah, them my kids, and I don't give a damn about them, and I'm not going to take care of them. Excuse my mouth, y'all. I'm working on it. Y'all know Mona don't be doing I don't be cursing like that. Forgive me. But he said that. He said, I told these females I don't want no children. Why the heck would you lay down with these females? Why would you get them in? Why wouldn't you even have protection? You nasty, nasty. Why? You got like 11 kids out here. I ain't claiming none of them bastards. What? So if you got 11 kids by 11 different baby mothers, that means there's 11 women out here with your children. And you sit up here and you talk about you women ain't jack and you got kids and they your kids. Boy, bye. Sit down. But see, you men need to hold these men accountable for not taking care of their children. You need to hold them accountable. And these dudes be going out, they know what they be doing. They figure, she in a certain status, she on a certain quo, she pretty. Let me go ahead and pop her up with a baby real quick so I can put my mark on her like a dog. And then she's not gonna get far. And I know I can come back and go and see what's going on in her life. But she ain't the woman I'm gonna marry. I heard a guy say that and he told the truth. He said that's what they try to do. They try to impregnate you so you don't go far, so they can bash your dreams up, your ambitions, because now you got two babies, ain't nobody gonna want you. And now you got these older guys in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, gray, receding hairline, wrinkles, sitting up here talking about women. You're not worth anything because you're 40 years old. Well, I got news for you, boo. You was on the playground with me too, and your ass getting old and you gonna die too. So I don't know why you think, because excuse my mouth, y'all. Please, God, Father, please work on me with that. I don't know why y'all think. I don't know why you think dating somebody 20 years younger than you gonna make you younger. No, you still gonna be the same old trifling whatever. And don't get me wrong, some of y'all are really nice men out there, and you date somebody that's legal of age, then okay, all right, do you. But then don't get mad at her when she doing her too. Do you? Everybody has a right to be happy in what you choose in this life, okay? And you will be judged by God. Don't get it twisted. Everything you do, you will be judged by God. All right. But don't sit up here and be blaming it on a bunch of women that talk about we want to be like men too. Like, who are these doms? Like, who are they? Because I know they were never on in my bedroom on my post, like on a poster on the wall. They were never somebody I knew. Who name some names? Who are these feminine people? Because again, I got thrown out to be a woman that had to be a single mom. I didn't decide to be a baby mama. Okay. And I remember my husband threatened me and said, "You want to be a single black woman?" He knew the statistics. And I said, "What you mean by that?" Meaning I'm about to make you be a single black mama. And he did. And he did. So I'm out here right now while my baby getting ready, still getting her Z's in and getting ready to go to school. I should have been the one to drop my daughter off. They'd have a great day with my coffee and stuff. And let me go home and clean the house and make sure that the gardener is coming to get everything fixed. I'm gonna get to the level. I'm gonna get to the level. But now I'm on my way to my job right now. A job that I'm grateful to have, but not something that I thought that I would be doing 20 years ago from that. You know what I mean? 20 years ago. But guess what? A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. And ain't no feminists teach me none of that crap. My grandmother, my mother had to work when my father decided, and this was his wow. Look, I'm trying to run the yellow light so I don't get no ticket. My mama had to work. She had 4 kids by my father that she was married to. 4 kids that she had to take care of when he jumped ship and decided he was going to start a new family. Okay. My grandmother, she worked like crazy, and she raised her family and was married. Well, after her Grown children became grown, and her grandchildren were basically young adults. Her husband decided he wanted to move in another house across town. Okay. I guess he decided he wanted to have his own space at a certain time. I have seen it. So everybody pick and choose their life. They pick and choose their path. You know, when you get married, what comes with the territory, right? Well, what's that, Ramona? Well, number one, marriage is permanent, but the person that you married, they may not be the same person tomorrow. Make sure that when you go out and date them when they're sober. Don't date them when you're always drunk and high, because that's an illusion. That's a mirror. Date them when they're sober. But the truth of the matter is that the reason why a lot of women, and this is what I am seeing, a lot of women are the way that they are somewhere along the lines. I'm talking about good women. I'm not talking about thoughts, okay? I'm talking about good women. Somewhere along the line, somebody hurt them. And it's the same thing with men too. Somewhere along the line, you done dated some woman that hurt you. And now you have this picture that every single woman and every single man is the same, and they're not. And they're not. They're not. Everybody's not the same. They're not. And it's gotten to the point where what I'm starting to see in some of these podcasts and some of these shows is that a lot of the the men are so spiteful. Like literally, when they were talking about that whole draft thing or whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing. When they were talking about that whole draft, literally these guys were like, let homegirl go to war. And I'm like, that sounds like the devil talking through you. Would you really want women to go to war, to be blasted to smithereens and have to go through that environment? Would you really want women to actually have to endure something, or have to really fight other men out there and have no protection? Would you really want that? And when if a man say, yeah, she deserves that, you evil as hell, and who the hell would ever want to date you? Who? Who? And another thing too, that I'm getting tired of you old farts, is that you keep saying women at 30 and 40, your value has gone down. And you dudes got children. Y'all got daughters out here. Your daughters are going to be 10, 20, 30, 40. And then the man she dates going to look at your video. Yeah, your father said when you hit 30 and 40 your value ain't jack. There is nowhere in the Bible, there is nowhere in the Word of God where it says that when a woman hits a certain age, she's no longer desirable. Throw her to the wayside. Do you think that God will create? You got a group of men that's literally hating a group of women. That ain't nothing but the devil that's whispering in your ear, like, yeah, say this about her, say that about her. Because remember, the devil can't stand women. He can't stand men either. But he'll use a man to take a woman down, and he'll use a woman to take a man down. But God created male and female for this cause. Shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife? So y'all have to go back to the forgiveness river, because y'all out here, women ain't jack. Oh, women ain't nothing. Oh, it's like, I can tell, sir, somebody hurt. Who did it? Tell me the truth. Who did it? Was it your wife? You haven't learned to forgive, because you out here spewing nastiness and division. That's right, men. We don't need women. So y'all sit up there, yeah, typing away. Forget all of them. And some of them, I ain't even gonna lie, some of them just as feminine as all get up. And I'm talking about the men. Some of these men really don't like women. They lay down with men. So they're part of the whole crew of bashing women. You chicks ain't nothing. You ain't never gonna like. There's one guy. He the whole time he's sitting. He's like, men are doing things on their own. And I'm looking at the nails in this creature, and I'm gonna be like, ooh, I know why you don't like women. But now it's like all of a sudden my sex is being hated the most. It's trying to be taken over by men. And now I'm seeing a group of men. And now notice how I said a group, because we got some good men out here. Some real good men, some real gems, jewels, rubies, things that you don't really see. You could tell a man when you see a man, just the way he walk and talk. And thank you, just the way that he walks and he talks, and he don't have to tell you I'm an alpha male. When the heck, I ain't never seen none of y'all. You know what, I don't even want to go off of that. Okay, I don't even want to go off of that. But y'all, real quick, I gotta run up in here and grab this real quick. Hold on. I gotta, you know what, I'm gonna try to take my daughter somewhere special so she can have some fun. But yeah, so I was seeing all of this stuff talking about feminist is the reason why women are the way that they are today. No, 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 no. That's not just blame it. We can blame it on them. We can also blame it for, folks, stepping down from their households and leaving their households. It became so normalized that everybody knew about it. Even the man that I married was a white man, and he knew that majority of black women were single mothers out here. That when he was talking smack, he was like, "You want to be a single black mom?" I'm like, "What you mean by that?" Now I know what he means. So it is what it is. Y'all, but y'all need to hold accountability where y'all need to hold accountability at. And it starts in your household. It starts because let me tell you, a woman that got a good man, that her man does her right, and a good woman that got a good man, she ain't about to let that go. Is you crazy? I'm coming home and my husband, he taking care of me and mine. Of course the house is clean. Of course the meals are cooked. What are you talking about? Of course. You know, no good woman is gonna let that go. And you had a lot of women that saw what other women had and was like, her husband treat her good. I'm going after that because I want him to treat me good too. And the minute she go making the pass at him, he took the bait and then left his daggone wife, and now his life is in shambles because of the decision he did. You have a lot of women out here in this society that think it's okay to take another woman's husband. The Bible says thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Y'all out here taking somebody else's wife, somebody else's husband, and then got the nerve to be asking these questions. Why can't I find a good man? Why is society the way it is? Number one, you shouldn't have been fornicating. Your daggone sure shouldn't be committing no an abomination. And be committing adultery. Those were the rules. Those were God's rules that none of y'all wanted to stick with. So don't blame that on feminism. Blame it on the simple fact that you're more compass. Your accountability. You didn't hold yourself accountable. And the society bred adulterers, whores, thoughts, folks committing abomination. They got it all on the daggone news, all up in your daggone shows, all up in your daggone feed. Every time you turn around, you seeing somebody committing sins, and you wondering why as a whole everybody is the way that they are. That's where it balls up to. You're not um these people that giving their lives over to Christ, and then some of y'all call yourselves Christians and you sleeping with the girl's husband, 2 rows down, nasty, not even thinking that you're gonna burn in hell for committing a sin called adultery. You think that, oh, I'm just gonna give him some so he knows that I love him and I could be a good wife, honey. Why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? Your worth is gone. Now that's something talking about your worth is gone. Okay. So when people be sitting, when these guys be sitting up here talking about women, when you get a certain age, no, sir. I know you're afraid because you see all those gray hairs and the receding hairline and back aches and things like that. But you, sir, you played with us on the playground. All right. You was on the playground with us when we were playing tag. You fell in love with that woman right there when you were in high school and you dated in college and you got married and you had children and now your children 20 years from now you talking about you old women. You old too, fool. The Bible says, somebody told me don't say fool because the Bible says don't call somebody fool. So I ain't gonna call you fool. You old as well, sir. You're old. You're getting up there as well, sir. You're getting wrinkly too, sir. Your thunder things that you used to do when you were in your 20s, you just can't. Your son can do that, but unfortunately, sir, you can't. It's okay. It's okay. The body is meant to age, but don't start sitting up here tearing down women that's your age and then say you're no longer, your value has gone down, but my value is still there. Boy, bye. You still got a graveyard waiting for you too. That's just the reality of stuff. So don't think for one moment. I mean, okay, if you want to start all over again with a 20-year-old and start a family all over again, so be it. But remember this, your children are going to get older one day. And what you put out there in society of state of this whole movement of women 30 plus or 40 plus are whining, you better back up. You are too close. Get off my behind, man. We're not in Europe the way you driving. Excuse me, y'all. You better back up, sir. Anyway, so that's all I had to say about that. A lot of people gonna be like, whatever, but it's true. Please share this video, especially to the old uns, to the old guys out there that's just like, your value is gone. You gonna tell me about my value? How you gonna tell me about my value? I'm going home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I do in my life is not what you do in your life. So, how you going to tell me about my value? Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. I just arrived at work and I'm about to rock out. But y'all have a blessed day today.